Upon moving to Delaware, I suggested to my wife that we actually should try to find a church home. Don't think she was really too keen on that in the beginning.
About 3 years ago, I had a friend at work who heard me starting to look into and question whether or not I needed more God in my life. Up until that point, I had felt like I had a pretty successful life, did well at school, did well at work, and had the, perfect marriage and 2 kids and the white picket fence.
We were out shopping one day and with my 4-year-old, and he saw Jesus on a cross and asked who that man was, and I told him it was Jesus. And then he asked, "Who was Jesus, Mommy? Why is he bleeding?" And from there, the questions just kept going and going. We were at baseball one day, and a mom had told me she went to church. I asked her where she went. She told me the journey.
We went to a few churches, and I just didn't feel comfortable with it. I didn't like being put on the spot, and I just had an issue with praising God in front of other people. I thought that was something that I like to do on my own.
I was spending way too much time rewarding myself, I guess, with frivolous things, going to concerts, going to sporting events, drinking too much. After that, I started to come here, but didn't immediately take to. I knew it was exactly where I needed to be, but yet there's a thin line between Saturday night and Sunday morning, and I was really pushing the line over Saturday nights.
I decided, okay, enough was enough. I said, hey, I'm going to church in the morning. Do you want to go? I'm going to take the kids. And he said, sure. So the next morning we put the address in the GPS, and that was over 1.5 years ago.
One day I was standing in my bedroom and I heard this voice saying, you've tried everybody else. When are you going to try me? Something in my head was like, you can't wait any longer. It's time.
One night, Julie finally looked at me and she said, "You broke me." And I had already felt like I was losing the rest of my life, and now the one thing that was left, my family and my wife, were about to go as well. There was really nothing left. I wanted to end my life, and I don't know why. For the first time in my life, I got down on my hands and knees. I got out of bed. I was in bed at that moment when she said that. She walked out of the room, got down on my hands and knees, and I begged God to take my life. And he did. I started to get the help I needed, and from the following Sunday on, I've been coming to the journey every week.
The first day that we came here, I checked off the Connect card. I put my faith in Jesus for the first time. And then after a while, over time, we just have spiritually grown.
There's a lot of places and a lot of things that were different here than it is at other churches that we enjoyed.
One thing that I do feel that's really important about not only the journey, but I want to say Pastor Andrew and Pastor Mark, more so than anything else, have actually reached out and kind of grabbed our family and embraced them as their family.
Baptism Sunday really showed me how people that, they're not your family, they're not related to you, how they can love you and genuinely care for you. And we're excited about that.
Since coming to the journey, I've met a lot of amazing people who I've reached out and have reached out to me, and it's felt like a family.
I still struggle with those memories and those thoughts and what happened, but I will never forget them, and I'll never forget the journey for what they've done for me.